Hey, what's up y'all? Welcome. So today I'm going to be showing you my digital minimalism setup. So besides my cameras and my watch, the only electronics I really have is my phone and my laptop, and I'm going to show you inside of those to show you how I like to keep it like simple. So let's get right into that. Alright, so here we are inside my phone. So as you can see, I almost don't have any icons on here. I have the time and the date, and on the bottom I have settings, the phone for calls, and messages. So let's go on this phone app real quick. So usually I like to have the little call history empty, just because that's just like the clean look, you know. As for my contacts, I only have like 8 contacts. Those are just like my most talked to people, and then the rest of the contacts I store somewhere else, which I will show you. Voicemail usually keep empty. Messages, I like to keep this clear. If there's any messages that I would like to keep, it's not many, I keep them in archive up here, so that way this stays clean. Okay, so this is basically all the apps that I have, and let's just go through them one by one. So Audible, I'm actually listening to this audiobook that I was able to get free, like on a free trial, so I'm almost done with that, so that app is about to go. Audio recording, this is like an essential because this is just a really good microphone to use for videos, so I use the audio recording. Auditor, I don't really know, it comes with a phone and I cannot take it off, unfortunately. Aurora Store, it's like a Google Play Store. Black screen's awesome because if I'm listening to YouTube, some music, I can just use this and it makes the screen go black. It's awesome without having to pay for YouTube Pro or whatever it's called. Alright, let's keep going. Blue Letter Bible, self-explanatory, calculator, camera, clock, contacts, we already kind of talked about that. Files, I don't have a lot of files. Let's see what we got. There's a couple things that have to do with the apps and a couple like graphics and stuff like that. Alright, so gallery is empty as you can see, but I do have some photos that I do like to have on hand just in case. It's in another location as well. The same place with the contacts. I'm going to show that to you in just a sec. But my main gallery does say clear, so if I take a photo, I know it's easy to get to and all that. Alright, MapQuest, self-explanatory, messaging, we already talked about that. So Moon here is a crypto wallet, which I haven't used in quite a while, so I'll probably get rid of that really soon. My calendar, if you know, you know. A PDF viewer comes in handy. The phone, Play Store, which I usually am logged out, so I don't have any Google account associated to this phone usually, but sometimes I just get lazy and I just leave it. But yeah, I'll probably sign out of that really soon. Proton, VPN, free version of course. It's actually so interesting being connected to Netherlands or Japan because the languages are so different and like YouTube looks so different from those countries. Let's continue. Read You is just something for apps that comes with the phone. Settings. Signal, I'll get to that in a sec. Stride is a tax app for any like self-employed person. This app is really handy. I'm actually gonna make a video about this in the future, so click the bell to be notified whenever I upload. This is such an important like app for me. A USIM, don't know what that is, but I can't get rid of it. And then Vanadium is like a Chrome sort of thing, but I think it's like more private. I don't have anything on here. If I need anything, I'll just go incognito mode, so that way my history stays clear at all times. And then Vumber is just like a business number type of thing. And WhatsApp, I really like, man, WhatsApp is one of those apps. I feel like they're better now being end-to-end encrypted, but if I didn't have family overseas, I probably would not have WhatsApp because, you know, privacy reasons. So let me get to the most important thing. So Signal. Signal is a private messenger. Pretty recently, they took away the feature to text SMS, right? So you can only use Signal if the other person has Signal as well to keep it real private. Unfortunately, I don't know anybody that has Signal, so I can't use this app, but I do use it as my notes app. So I pretty much text myself. There's actually like a note to self section where whatever you send in there just goes into like the thread and it's just there for you to look at in the future. I have a whole bunch of random things here. So if you haven't noticed, I have no banking apps, no Instagram, no Facebook, nothing like that installed on my phone. To go on those things, I just use the web browser. But there are times where I need to go on one of those things and I'm out and about, not near my computer. I do keep my most important passwords here in this note to self little thread. And also pictures with some important information as well. Like for example, the contacts, 98% of my contacts are in one of these pictures. And so if somebody texts me like from 3 years ago, I can just like look at this little list that I have in here and be like, oh, hey. Like, because if you don't talk to me in like 3 years, like why do you need to be taking up space in my contacts app? You know what I mean? But I still have you just in case, so you don't be, you know, hurt that I deleted your number. So it's not technically deleted, I still have it because I really do hate being like, who's this? All right, let's get out of here. All right, so I think that does it for the phone. As you can see, it's pretty minimal. No pictures, no messages really, and not really a lot of contacts. So I really love this setup. So this operating software that I'm using on this phone is called Graphene OS. It's not Samsung or iPhone. Ironically, the only phone that it works with is Google Pixel. I say ironically because this is the only phone that lets you not have to use Google products. Now that I showed you my phone, let's go into my laptop so I can show you that setup really quick. Alright, so we are in my laptop now. So this is usually what I see, at least this is what I try to see. A lot of the times I have like a sticky note. I usually have a sticky note like this, like change the color, but usually it's just like that. If I'm like working or something, but whenever I can get it to like not have anything, it's like awesome. So let's go into my folders, guys. So yeah, as you can see, I have desktop, downloads, documents, and applications, and that's it. And I put my photos, my music, everything into the documents thingy. We'll get to that. Okay, so desktop, obviously it's empty. Downloads, I like to keep that empty. So when I do download things from the internet, it's really easy to find, and then I'll move it out of there. Okay, so documents. So here, applications. Yeah, I actually have to go through a purge. There's a couple here that I see that I never use. Now, I do want to show you guys my browser. So I use Impervious browser, which is password protected. And so whenever I do things, like different things, I use different browsers. So for example, to go into my email and my personal accounts, I'll use one browser. And then when I want to go to YouTube or search things up, I'll use another browser. But I'm always in incognito. So let's go to Firefox, which is one of the browsers that I use. There's a way that you can adjust the settings for privacy. So as you can see, there's no bookmarks here, there's no history, and there's no passwords saved on this, just because that's like way too exposing in my opinion. So what I did was I downloaded all my passwords from all my browsers and I put them in a password manager, and oh my goodness, I have to make a separate video on this password manager called MacPass. It's offline and you can move it if you want to transfer it to another computer, just put it on a thumb drive. It's so cool. So subscribe and hit the bell so you guys know when I upload that video. This is definitely super cool. And so then I'll just take a picture of certain passwords and put it on my Signal app, and that way I have it on my phone, but I don't have to be logged in all the time, you know. So every night, it's really tedious, but I go ahead and just close this and I take it off the little dock area. So this is like has the least things on it possible. As for all my pictures, they're off of the computer and on a thumb drive, so that way this keeps my computer with like the least things possible on the actual computer. Subscribe for more minimalism and simple living content, and thank you so much. God bless.